Hello, and welcome to Studio 607 Webcasting. My name is Chris Sharp, and I'm going to be doing a series of videos on Lester Flatt style rhythm guitar playing. I decided to do these videos because in my experience as a rhythm guitar player, it's been pretty hard for me to find materials about rhythm guitar. I've seldom seen books that discuss rhythm much at all, hardly anything on video, and almost nothing on the web. I see a lot of books about chord theory, and a lot of guitar instruction books, and these kind of materials, but rarely anything about rhythm guitar. And I've definitely never seen anything about Lester Flatt style of rhythm guitar. I've been listening to Lester Flatt and Earl Scruggs my whole life, and when I first started getting into Lester Flatt's rhythm guitar style, I discovered the lack of learning materials out there, so I spent a lot of time watching the videos, anything I could find, footage, and listening to the records as closely as possible to try to hear what he was doing, and any live radio shows, any tips I could try to pick up, anything I could try to hear. Then I've tried to learn that, and I hope I'll be able to pass along some of that information to you. Some of the things we're going to be talking about are picks. One of the main differences in Lester Flatt style and a lot of other styles is that Lester used finger picks to play rhythm with. Of course, the most common way to play rhythm in bluegrass and traditional country and old-time music is playing with a flat pick, and there are very few people around that actually do play with finger picks. So we'll be talking about finger picks. I'll tell you which finger picks I use and why I use them. Go over some tips on how to modify the picks and make them more useful, to give yourself more control over the picks, and thereby giving you more control over your right hand and control over the sound that's coming out of the guitar. We're going to talk about tuning. I have my own theories on tuning, and I'll share those with you, and we'll go over some of those things. Tuner I use, the tuner I'd like to use, and some different strategies for tuning within a band context, and so on and so forth. From there, we're going to start getting into the basic rhythm patterns for each chord. Each chord has its own unique set of alternating bass notes. We'll talk about those, and we'll talk about the pattern itself, the upstrokes and the downstrokes, what you do with the thumb, what you do with the finger. We're going to talk about right hand technique. Each chord also has a little something special about it, and we'll get into that later as we go along. We're going to, of course, talk about the G run. We're going to talk about the difference in the G run in 3/4 time and in the G run in common time. And there's different kinds of G runs depending on the tempo of the song, depending on a lot of different things, depending on what you're trying to do. We'll go over that. And finally, we're going to put everything together and learn how to integrate the chords together, learn some things walking up from one chord into the next, some basic runs to get us from one place to the next. We're going to talk about how to use your guitar playing to help a bass player or another band member know where you're about to go, say for example if they've never heard the song. And so finally we'll be playing some songs with what we've learned. And I hope that somehow that I'll be able to help you learn a little more about the guitar and about what Lester Flatt was doing. Thanks so much for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next video. Have a great day. Thank you. Bye bye.